Everyone in the open plan office of Apex Dynamics called Mason the Glue. Not because he was flashy, he wasn't. He was the one who fixed the printer at 7:03 a.m. before anyone else arrived, who left anonymous post-it notes on stressed-out interns that read, "You've got this," who carried Mrs. Henderson's groceries up 3 flights every Thursday without fail. His smile was small, steady, the kind that made you believe the world still had corners worth trusting. Parker was the spark. Tall, quick-laughing, the guy who could sell ice to penguins. He and Mason started on the same day 10 years ago, two 20-somethings with cheap ties and big dreams. They shared a cubicle wall, inside jokes, and the same battered coffee mug that read, "World's Okayest Developer." When Parker's first kid was born, Mason built the crib himself. When Mason's mom had surgery, Parker drove him to the hospital at 3 a.m. No scorecards, no jealousy, just brothers. The first promotion came for Parker's senior project lead. The entire floor threw a party. Mason toasted louder than anyone. To the man who makes the impossible look easy. He meant every word. The second promotion, head of innovation, came with a corner office and a window that didn't face a brick wall. Mason helped Parker move in, hung the framed family photo himself. That night, alone in his apartment, Mason opened a beer and stared at the ceiling. Happy for him, he told himself. And he was. Mostly, they were finalizing the Project Orion pitch, Parker pacing, Mason tweaking slides. The warehouse explosion was a boom that rattled the windows. Alarms screamed. Smoke poured under the door like black water. They tried the main exit flames. Tried the elevator dead. Tried the windows sealed. Then Mason remembered the maintenance hatch behind the server rack. A forgotten relic from the building's renovation, barely 18 inches wide. One person? Maybe. Parker was coughing blood-flecked phlegm. "Kids, Mason, please." His voice cracked on the word daddy. Mason wedged the hatch open. Cool air kissed his face freedom, mocking them both. He turned. Parker's hand reached out, trembling. Mason's brain split like a fault line. "Grab him. Pull. You're stronger. You can do this. You'll both die. No cameras. No witnesses. If you go alone, you live. And tomorrow, the board will need a new leader. You." Mason's hand froze mid-reach. Parker's eyes, those same eyes that had cried at his wedding, locked on his. "Trust me," they said. "Save me." For the first time in 10 years, Mason saw Parker not as a brother, but as a doorway. A doorway that might close forever if he didn't step through alone. He didn't push Parker away. He didn't have to. He simply let go. The hatch clanged shut. The sound was final, like a coffin lid. Mason stumbled through the utility corridor, lungs burning, until daylight hit him like a slap. Firefighters swarmed. "Is anyone else inside?" "Parker," he gasped. "I tried. The hatch, it jammed." The official report: accidental death, due to smoke inhalation. No foul play. Cameras melted. Mason's tears at the funeral were real. He spoke at the memorial. "Parker was the best of us. I'll spend my life making him proud." The board, grieving and desperate for continuity, offered Mason the CEO role. He accepted with a bowed head. Mason's new office overlooks the city like a throne. He signs million-dollar deals with the same pen Parker once chewed during late-night coding sessions. He funds a scholarship in Parker's name, donates to burn victims, smiles in every photo. But at 2:17 a.m., he wakes, gasping, the hatch's clang echoing in his skull. He keeps the key in a velvet-lined box. Sometimes he opens it, touches the cold metal, and whispers, "I didn't mean to." Then, quieter. "But I did." One night, drunk on scotch and silence, Mason stands before the full-length mirror in his penthouse. He unbuttons his shirt, stares at the faint scar on his forearm where Parker's watch had scratched him during a hug years ago. He traces it like a map. "I was good," he tells the reflection. The reflection doesn't answer. It just stares back with eyes that finally, truly know him. Every year, on the anniversary, Mason returns to the rebuilt warehouse. He stands where the hatch used to be now, just smooth concrete. He closes his eyes and asks the darkness, "If the fire came again, would I choose differently?" The darkness never answers. But the key in his pocket grows warmer every time. Some doors, once closed, can never be reopened. Some men, once seen, can never be unseen. Your turn. If you had 47 seconds and one narrow hatch, who would you save?